everyone, Cassandra Monkey, continuing with my magical girlfriend, and let's begin, shall we? Our next episode. My alarm is blaring, dragging me out of my bed. An evil magical girl with her two monstrous minions. Yawn and sit up and stretch. Stretch. We ended up losing sight of the goblin the other day. I wonder when I'll be able to get out of this mess. I forced myself up and dragged myself to the shower. It's time to start the day. After a quick shower, I slip on a pair of jeans and tug on the hoodie. Ready to start the day, I snatch an orange and head out the door. Yeah! I yelp, lurching backwards, stumbling against my door. Effie stands awkwardly in the hall, wringing her hands. She moves here to study me, and then pulls back her hand back nervously. It's okay, I'm fine. She looks relieved to not be obliged to help me. I finally steady myself and pull my apartment door behind me closed. Why is she here? I choke back to laugh Effie's conflicted expression. How long have you been standing there? She fixes her eyes on the floor and purses her lips stubbornly. While, huh? I flash her teasing grin at her and she blushes. How long? She pouts and puffs her chest and balling her fist. She's so cute when she's angry. I want to see what other faces she makes. What are you doing here? Today, I'll be accompanying you to look for the goblin. Accompany me? What are we going to do now? I can't keep skipping my classes. Just go to class, but keep an eye out. Elise starts walking away. Hey! I shout to get her Penny's attention. What if I find the goblin? Don't worry, Charlotte or Effie will be accompanying you from now on. I totally forgot about that. I don't know if Effie can handle being around me, a human, for an entire day. I smile at her. Pennies! Okay, let's head to the bus stop. I'll do my best to make her pennies comfortable. Effie sticks close to me as we fight through the crowd of morning commute and to the bus stop. Her hand accidentally brushes against my back and she yelps, pulling it away softly. My back, where she's touched, it feels like it's on fire, all hot and tense. We're almost there, Effie. Beside me, she nods desperately, her eyes panicked. She flinches away from the pedestrians as we walk past, often accidentally bumping into me. But she's so nervous she doesn't notice. She's really scared of humans, huh? Oops! Effie hasn't hidden her bunny ears, and they bounce around on her head with each step she flinches. I open my mouth, unsure if I should tell her. She lost her nerve right now. I don't want to startle her. Pennies! But people are starting to stare at a few passing kids even point. Oh no, this is not good. You know, Effie, It might be good idea to hide your ears. Why? Epi glances at me sharply. Well, it's drawing in some attention. People might think you're cosplaying or something. If you want to blend in, it's a good idea to hide them. Epi looks ready to protest, her hands clutching her ears defensively, when we hear a loud "Hello!" Suddenly, a blurry man stops in front of us, blocking our path. The commune fans out around us like a schoolfish of fish, leaving us trapped by them. The man's eyes Effie lewdly. His eyes bouncing between her ears and her chest at the short length of her dress. What does this guy want? I frown. Hi. He repeats himself, waving at Effie, his eyes fixated on her ears. Effie nervously releases her ears and they spring back, standing on alert. I just love your ears. They look so real. He comes closer to Effie, cowers behind me. I can see her eyes glistening, threatening, and up into tears. I've always thought girls in cosplay were extra cute, but you're something else. He licks his lips. Suddenly, the man reaches out to grab one of the ears, tugging on it. Effie's head is pulled sharply to the side, and she cries in pain. You're dedicated. He holds her ear long and rubbing his thumb against it with velvety fur. This guy, he really is pissing me off. Tears are filling Effie's eyes, threatening to spill across her cheeks. Protect her panties! I scroll at the man and grab his wrist. He looks at me with surprise, but I ignore him, forcing his hand off Effie's ears. The man growls at me and stretches his full hand tight. He at least is a head taller than me. Wrapping my arms around Effie's waist, I pull her close to me, refusing to break eye contact with the man. Effie is too shocked by my sudden movement to wiggle out of the gas, which isn't good because I need her to stay if we're going to pull this off. Get your hands off my girlfriend! Else blinks at me in surprise. Her crying has stopped, but her cheeks are wet with tears. At the sight of those tears fuels my anger at the man. How dare you make my girlfriend cry like that? I hold her a little tighter. I can feel her ample breast pressing against me side. The man darts his eyes between the two of us and he smirks. This is your girlfriend? Yeah, she's my girlfriend, and I don't appreciate you touching her like that. There's no way. This little lady needs a real man, one who will hold her hand on the crowded streets. As long as he watches us. Look, creep, I know you're thinking we're making the right move here to get a girl, but I'm telling you, you're not. She's with me and you're making her uncomfortable, talking like that. The man growls at me. Else clutches my shirt as if to anchor herself to me. The minute the movement is enough to convince the man of our relationship. I'm his girlfriend. She clutches my shirt with her shuddering hand. She holds onto my shirt with her shuddering hands. I like him. He shrugs casually, his demeanor expression replaced with a casual grin. Apologize to her and then get out of here. I grind through my teeth. She blushes and buries her head in my chest. The man sighs. especially holding his hands up. Look, I don't know she was your girlfriend, although I'm sorry, man. Don't apologize to me, apologize to her. Panties! You don't go around touching strangers without their permission. Okay, I'm sorry, miss. She peeks out at him from behind my arm. She nods wordlessly. Before I can order the man away, he slinks back into the crowd. I sigh from the tension and encounter that fades away. I glance at Effie. Her cheeks are pink, her eyes wide fixed on me. Are you okay? I speak softly and gently, trying to keep her anxiety at bay. She doesn't speak, merely staring up at me, her perfectly pouty lips parting slightly in surprise. That is the definition of kissable lips. Effie, are you okay? She blinks as if back to reality and leaps away out of my arms. Yes, I'm fine. Good. Sorry about having to touch you and stuff. I know that make you nervous. No, it's okay. If it was helpful and nice. Effie blushes. Nice. She's like being held. That's so cute. I struggle to hold myself back from wrapping my arms around her excitedly. Let's get going. I smile at her. Panties! She returns to shyly. 10 minutes later, I'm still furious over the incident. Effie walks silently beside me, hands clasped beside me. She has her ears. After the encounter, we never run into another trouble with you. Can you believe that guy? What makes him think he can just go around fondling people's ears? If I ever see that guy. Suddenly a small giggle rings through the air. I look sharply at Effie, who covers her smile with her hand. She looks so warmly. You're funny. I grin back at her. It's good to see her smile. See, she seems better around me now. We arrive at the campus just in time for the morning class. I hurry to it. Effie is trailing behind me, but is looking at the doors locked. What? Trixie, I don't get it. Let's see. I take out my smartphone and check my schedule. Trixie! I roll around, a little startled by her raised voice. What is it? She points at the poster hanging on the wall. I read it and my mouth drops open. All of my classes today have been canceled? The poster lists various classes that aren't being held due to a flu virus making it way through the facility. Other classes are still in session, just none of mine. What's wrong? I stare at her with empty, soulless eyes. I could have slept in. She looks at me with a bunched eyebrows. This is exactly the kind of trick a goblin would play. Should we start looking for around then? Then that means the goblin is probably here. This makes the goblin all too real. Yeah, let's start with the social science building. It's right on the corner over there. Great. We stumble on the goblin without even trying. Effie bunches ahead of me, the spring of her step. It's definitely due to her bunny nature. I watch, trailing behind her as she finally seems to relax on the near empty campus. She's so adorable, it's too bad she's scared of me. I frown as she stops to inspect a flower. Oh well, I keep my eye out for any strange auras while Effie and I trek around the quad to the social science building, the first one we'll explore. It takes us less than 30 minutes to go through the entire building, peeking into what rooms we can. But no dice, the building is empty of goblins. Well, there's like 12 other buildings we'll check, don't worry. Epi frowns and nods head. We spend the next 2 hours poking through other buildings, but each time we come up empty-handed. Suddenly a loud rumble breaks the silence. I glance at Epi. She's clutching her stomach. Her cheeks are bright pink. You hungry? I smile at her as her blush deepens. Come on, I'll buy you his lunch. Oh, no, it's okay. She follows behind me, protesting as I lead her to the cafeteria. Well, I'm kinda hungry. It would be easier if we ate together. I smile reasonably at her. I can see she's worried about me paying for her food. She seems the type to not want to cause any trouble, even if it is something as small as lunch. We drive into the cafeteria, the busiest place in the campus at this hour. Elfie follows me closely as I lead her to the line. Hi, can I please get a sandwich and a bottle of water and whatever she wants? I step aside so Epi can order. She moves hesitantly, wringing her hands as she reads off each menu. I would like a sandwich and 2 of them, please. And a bento box and a #1 and a bowl of dumplings. I gape at her pennies as Epi rattles off more and more food items. What have I done? She finishes, and the woman behind the cash register reads off my total. Oh my god, it's a good thing I don't buy lunch at all last week. I pay and we search for a table to sit. Effie picks one in the corner with a very large window. We can keep an eye out for the goblin from this angle. I do a quick inspection of the room. No goblins yet. Out of the number of the speakers, and I go to pick up our food. It's a heavy tray and completely full of different food items. Effie balances excitedly in her seat when I place it in front of her. Pennies! I wonder if she'll be able to finish it all. And then me. She's so petite, but she ordered like a bodybuilder. As Effie hears me over the chattering of the cafeteria, she seems more comfortable around me now. But Effie is just still jumps when someone nearly moves suddenly or hears a loud noise. The man earlier really bothered her. I wonder why she acts this way. Across the cafeteria, a group of friends shout loudly, yelling over one and another exactly. Effie drops her fork in surprise and recovers quickly, her hands trembling slightly. Scared again, I wish she wasn't so afraid at all the time. I wish I could fix it. Effie, why are you so scared of humans? Effie hesitates and then sets her fork down softly. She's rearranging her napkin and avoiding my gaze. Stupid, I shouldn't have pushed her like that. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. No, it's okay. It's just hard for me. We don't have to talk about it now. I want to. She raises her voice slightly before calming down. You're so kind to me. You protected me today. You're not like him. Him? My owner, I used to be a stuffed animal. Really? But now you're alive. Else helped me after she found me. He was a human boy, and he used to treat me terrible. He would tear me apart and throw me around. He even left me stranded sometimes. What a jerk. At least save me. I'm so sorry. He sounds like a horrible person. Else, Eppie says nothing. But I won't hurt you. She met my gaze and gives me a small smile, but genuinely happy. Thank you. Suddenly up leaps from her seat, her food forgotten. I can sense magic. The goblin must be nearby. She hurries away from me in the table. I leap up, chasing after her panties as she weaves her way through the cafeteria. But doesn't wait. She makes her way to the building and into the quad. Afternoon classes have been just ended, and suddenly a horde of students spill out into the quad. I'm pushing through after her, and I'm going against the flow. Eppie disappears in the crowd. Eppie! No answer. Crap, I lost her. Pennies! My stomach twists and a concern stretches into the crowd. Maybe if I look for auras, I could spot her. Pennies! I cover my right eye, glancing over. Nothing but the various shades of solid hues decorating my vision. But then I catch a sight of a rainbow aura in the short distance. Decoration that Eppie ran. What was that? I take my hand, I take off toward it, but when I arrive, the aura is gone. Alright everyone, here's I'm gonna wrap up this video. If you liked the video, punch a like button in the face, like a boss, and high fives all around. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy your stay. And the most important part of the video is you, the reader. Sandra Maki.